Hello YouTube, this is Limitless Graver here, and today I'm going to teach you everything that you need to know about roaming Annie. So let's begin. First off, WTF is a roaming Annie. Now I have talked about this in my previous videos. I've really wanted to get around to actually talking about this, but I haven't really had time to, what with the move and everything. Now as you can see, I'm in a new place. Everything's gone a lot more smooth. It's kind of settled down a little bit. It's time to start making more videos. So let's go ahead and get started on this. Roaming Annie is a roaming mid with a bit of a twist, and I haven't really seen too much about people actually using this. I think I've maybe seen one person using roaming Annie before, aside from myself. So let's go ahead and get a little bit deeper into this. WTF is a roaming Annie. Well, roaming Annie is a roaming mid that focuses on winning other lanes rather than winning mid lane. If you can win mid lane while you help other lanes win their lane, then you're going to do something fantastic and you're probably going to win the game. At that point, if you do manage to win mid lane while roaming, you're pretty much set for a win. I don't think there's too much that you can do. I don't think there's really enough throwing. I mean, I guess you can throw that bad, but you know, it's really hard to lose at that point. So your primary focus as a roaming mid is to actually help the other lanes win rather than actually winning your mid lane. So let's go ahead and get started on how you actually pull this off. Now, in order for you to roam, you need to focus on movement, items, masteries, runes, etc., rather than actual raw damage, because your primary focus is to get around the map as fast as possible and assist the other lanes without just completely losing mid lane. So for masteries, I'm using 9021, and I'll have a link in the description on what kind of masteries I'm actually using. If you're looking at my inventories right now, you'll see I do have the mana biscuits, which is a primary item, primary talent that you want to get in the mastery tree. But your primary use for it is actually getting the movement ability, the top one and the very bottom one in the support tree, so you're actually able to get in there. So you see Vaya in here taking my first blood. That's okay. You'll see this is actually a good thing later on as I describe how roaming Annie actually works. You'll see that it's not too bad of a thing for the jungler to actually take the first blood from mid lane. And I kind of really wanted it because the goal for a roaming mid is to back with 1,475 gold exactly. So the closer you can get to that number, the better, but your goal is to hit that number before your first back. And ideally, you want that first back to happen at level 6. If you do it too early, as you're going to see right here, I'm actually backing too soon, which is kind of a problem on my part. I probably should have stayed, but you know, this isn't the best video to actually describe this, but it'll do. So at level 5, I back, and I do get the Moby boots, but I do not get the alacrity bonus that goes with it. Now the Moby boots are 1,000 gold flat. Then you need 475 gold for the alacrity bonus on top of that. Now ideally, for Annie specifically, you want to back at level 6 when you get Tibbers. As soon as you get Tibbers, you either drop it or you just return depending on the lane situation. Then you will immediately gank bottom lane. So why would you gank bottom lane? Why don't you just go ahead and push mid to the win? Well, if you're actually able to control mid lane, but you're able to take bottom lane and pull them out of lane, just in their lane phase at level 6 or somewhere around there, then you have the jungle, the two bottom laners, and the mid laner that are roaming around the map simultaneously. You have 4 people that you have to worry about MIAs. You have 4 people that can gank up and control objectives, whether it be buffs or dragon or taking towers. You're basically able to form up a 4-man gank squad significantly early in the game, and that is like the primary goal for a roaming mid to be able to achieve. Now in this particular game, I wasn't able to achieve the level 6 back because I lost too much health or whatever the reason may have been, but it is still going to work, as you see in this video. That's why I chose this video, and it's still really strong. And you'll see here I'm actually baiting Roaming Annie is really, really good about baiting your opponent, because at first you seem like you're doing not enough damage, but you're able to actually bait them into, you know, taking the bait. You're really low on HP, and you'll basically just take them out. So this is really easy to do when you have Tibbers out, because especially if you burn your first Q on your stun, and then you just follow up with it, and then later on you use Tibbers and drop them, then finish off the fight. They assume that if you don't open with Tibbers, that your Tibbers is not up. So if you actually open with your Q, and then use your combo, and then follow up with Tibbers after they've already initiated on you, they can't really get out of it in time, because your Q and your W are on such low cooldowns, you'll actually be able to use it twice in the same encounter. So keep that in mind. It's a really good baiting technique that you can do on Annie. So you'll see now, I did my second back. I got my mobility boots, and I have my alacrity bonus on top of it. I'm still only rocking 42 AP. My AP is really low. You can see I'm actually not doing hardly any damage to Nidalee at this point, and that's okay. It's not too crucial for me to actually be able to take out Nidalee at this point. I'm actually more concerned about pushing my lane to a nice, comfortable position that I can just get out and roam to bottom lane and take them out. My primary concern is not what Nidalee is doing. Nidalee's going to do nothing. She can't really push a lane too hard. She doesn't really have the tools to actually, and yeah, she did it. You had a nice spear there. But Nidalee doesn't really have the capability of pushing a lane like, say, a Malzahar or a Gragas or someone else with a lot of high AoE damage that can really push a lane fast. Those kind of champions you don't really want to play Roaming Annie with, because those champions will just plow down your mid lane, and you're basically going to risk pretty much guaranteed losing your mid lane while you're out of lane to actually get the other lanes to be pushed out. And sometimes the trade's not really that good, especially if they're able to take the tower really fast. So you really don't want to have that happen. So I don't recommend using it against like a Gragas or a Malzahar or Syndra or someone else that has a lot of AoE potential or a lot of pushing potential. Now you'll see here, Hecarim tries to gank me. I did get caught out a little bit here, but I'm actually able to get out a little bit. They're probably going to kill me here, but I'm actually going to take Hecarim with me. There we go. Hecarim was taken. The rocket was just a little too soon, but I probably wouldn't have done anything other than just KS me, but that's okay. So right now, I'm sitting at 2-1-1. The only assist that I've gotten so far is off of the first blood from Vi, as you saw earlier. Now, the primary concern with this is not to get your first number up, but to keep your second number exceptionally low while keeping your third number exceptionally high. So you'll see here, I just got my second Doran's ring, and I just got a Elixir of Brilliance. That's what they're called, the blue pot. Now, the reason why you want to get an Elixir of Brilliance is because of the cooldown redux. Now, early game, Annie does suffer, Roaming Annie specifically, does suffer from having a low amount of AP. So the bonus AP that you get from Elixir of Brilliance is pretty good for that. But it's more for the cooldown redux, because you don't want to have that sixth item being held up with the cooldown redux if you're going to be rushing the Zhonya's. Now, the primary item that you do want to rush after you get your mobility boots and your alacrity bonus is the Zhonya's Hourglass. You know, the Zhonya's Hourglass will allow you to make really crazy ham plays. As you'll see later in the video, I do make a really nice play with the Zhonya's Hourglass. I am actually able to get a quadra kill out of it, and you'll see that later in the video. But the Zhonya's Hourglass is exceptionally good for her, because since her damage is not that strong, you kind of have to rely on your tactics and your wit with this combo in order to be able to pull this off. Now, you'll see here, I'm ganking bottom lane. Jinx was actually able to kill Lulu before I even got there, which was great. That means she's nice and solid. She knows what she's doing. Ezreal does go in. He doesn't want me to have the kill, so he runs straight into Vi. Vi gets the kill. I pick up, I gank bottom, and I'm coming back to mid now. It wasn't too big of a trade-off. We were actually able to get a 2 for 0, which is a good trade-off, but none of those kills actually went to me. One of them went to Jinx. Ezreal went to Vi. So now Vi is 2-1-3 and Jinx is 2-1-1. Both of them are doing exceptionally well. Vi's been doing really good about being at the right place at the right time, about ganking, and she's going to have a lot of lane control later in this game, she's going to be a massive bully. She's going to be a serious problem with them because she got fed so early in that she was able to go ahead and finish up her Spirit of the Ancient Golem by the 11-minute mark. So that's going to do exceptionally well for us because she's going to be able to farm up the Ancient Golem already. It's going to make her much more tanky. She's already got her tenacity built and everything. So that also means that she's not going to have to worry about building the Mercury Treads because she already has built-in tenacity. So she's already nice and fed. So my primary concern right now is to go ahead and finish up the Zonia's Hourglass. Now I haven't got the Seeker's Arm Guard yet, but I am sitting on a lot of gold because I did just get two. I just cleared a wave, went to bottom lane, got 2 assists, came back up to mid lane, and I'm clearing the waves again. So the next back, I should have a significant amount of gold. Now if I have over 1,100 gold, but I have more than 1,600 gold, then I'll actually get the Needlessly Large Rod rather than the Seeker's Arm Guard. The reason for that is because the armor isn't necessarily needed for Nidalee, but the bonus ability power that you're actually going to get from the Needlessly Large Rod will make it significantly more beneficial for Annie since she's already lacking in the ability power at this stage of the game to actually make herself super useful. So when you're playing, and man, that was a serious hit to my face. So when you're playing roaming Annie, your primary concern at this point is not getting the kills. You want your team to get the kills so that your team can carry you through the late game. Annie has a extremely, wow, I couldn't say anything for a second there. Annie has an extremely powerful early game, ability power or not. And let's see, Hecarim's going into the gank now. He's got me slowed. Vi's there to protect me though. Tibbers just went down. I don't think we get this kill on Hecarim though. Super Saver chasing Hecarim right now. He's almost able to get away. Vi was able to take him out. I have to take a second there and take a sip from my drink. You'll see I'm recalling here, but Lulu is too close. Kha'Zix is too close. I back away from the her Q. Come back out, get a ward down because Baron should be coming up. Or I mean, Dragon should be coming up here soon. I don't have a whole lot of mana, but I do have 2 Dorn's rings, so I'm actually able to regenerate it if I play carefully. And I'm just gonna get an extra little bit of farm. Hi, Katie. How you doing? Don't break the router, please. Hang on just 1 second. I want to make sure that my cat doesn't knock my internet out. Come on. Go away. Go away. I'm filming. Don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that. Silly cat. Stop it. Okay. Well, I'm back in the game. Sorry about that. Alright, so still reevaluating everything. I'm falling back. I'm going to go ahead and recall. Once again, I still only have, it's 14 minutes into the game, and I only have mobility boots and 2 Dorn's rings, which is going to give me a lot of gold when I return. As you see, I just bought another elixir, and I bought a needlessly large rod. Now, so far, I've already dumped 500 gold into the Elixir of Brilliances. And the first one kind of went to waste because I completely whiffed my Tibbers. The next one is going to be, actually no, I whiffed my Tibbers here, I think. Yep. Okay, so I whiffed my Tibbers like a moron, but the first one actually was more beneficial because I was able to get a double kill on bottom lane. Or not me specifically, but we were able to get a double kill on bottom lane. So I'm going to go ahead and push my lane with Tibbers since I already have him out. And map bugs right now, I don't think I actually took this tower yet. I'm just going to go ahead and push it. And nope. Okay, so I didn't get the tower yet. It's not too big of a deal. Nidalee just killed Vi. She got a nice shutdown bonus from that. So I'm going to go ahead and chase her down. But Nidalee is just way too fast, especially since she's got blue buff now. She's going to just keep jumping away. Kha'Zix is there to intercept, so they're probably going to turn on me. Kha'Zix smacks me, runs away. Can't hit me because I'm too fast. So I fall back. One of the benefits of playing Annie with this roaming build is she's extremely fast this way. It's very difficult to catch her, and she's actually able to track down champions really quick, really easily because of her movement ability bonus that she has for this build. So being able to move more quickly allows her to bait opponents and be able to catch opponents off guard very quickly. So, for example, when she's baiting bottom lane, or when she's ganking bottom lane, a really good example is getting from mid lane to bottom lane as soon as the Moby Boots activate. She can get to the tri-bush from the river bush in 8 seconds flat, which is extremely fast. It only gives them about 4 seconds to really react to where she is and if she's going to be ganking or not. So that makes it very effective for ganking. It allows her to just jump in and drop that stun as fast as possible and just be able to just wipe them out before they really have any chance to react. Now, the Tibbers drop is such an effective ganking tool because it just drops them where they are. It keeps them in place for a significant amount of time. The Tibbers bonus damage is going to do a retarded amount of damage, and following up with that, the Tibbers drop does a ton of damage, obviously, and her QW combo also does a sickening amount of damage as well. The AoE damage and the focus single target damage together make it to do just a lot of damage, an overwhelming amount of damage, no matter how much ability power she has. She could have a little bit of ability power, no ability power, or just a retarded amount of ability power, but you're pretty much guaranteed that if you get your whole combo off, you're going to kill someone. As you see right here, I'm dropping my whole combo on Lulu. I don't even have Zhonya's Hourglass yet, but I was able to just drop her from full to dead in my whole combo. So I did burn Tibbers for that, but that's okay because my elixir is still up for about another minute, and so I do get the cooldown redux from having Tibbers out, so he'll be out sooner for me to gank again later. So right now I'm sitting at 314, Vi is at 534, and Jinx is at 414. So the assists are pretty evenly distributed. I was able to contribute with a significant amount of our kills, and I was able to basically get our bottom lane fed. As you can see, we already pushed the bottom lane out, and we're all gathering up to do mid now. And it's going really well. We're at 15 to 11, so we're in the lead. We have a pretty significant tower lead right now. Singed already took the top tower. We're going to go ahead and take these people down right now. Kha'Zix just died to Jinx, and then we just killed Lulu. Vi got the kill on Lulu, so it puts her at 6-3, and we're just going to go ahead and finish these guys up. We're just going to wrap them up. They just can't handle our damage at this point. I'm just following up for stuns. In a team fight, as of right now, since I don't have my Zhonyas, I'm playing fairly passive, but I am able to dish out enough damage to put me at 7 assists with 3 kills, which is really good because I've only died once this whole match, so I'm actually able to still be fairly consistent with damage. You see, I just barely didn't finish off Ezreal. If he stayed for another second, Tibbers probably would have dropped him. So I got Tibbers to drop the tower, and then I back out. And so now I'm going to go ahead and recall and finish up my Zhonya's Hourglass. I already have Seeker's Arm Guard and the NRL, so NLR, sorry. So I'm going to go ahead and be able to finish off the Zhonya's because that's only 500 gold. Let's see what I get. So I did finish up Zhonya's. I got a Empowering Tomb, and no words because I'm a dude. So moving on. So now I have the Zhonya's Hourglass, I'm actually able to do a lot more ham plays. I'm actually able to go a little bit more aggressive. I don't have to play as passive. I don't really have to worry about dying as much. I'm walking out with my stun already up, flash in, I stun them. I just narrowly save Singed here. And Hecarim will get away because Tibbers was not up at the moment. He's still got another 40 seconds before I can use Tibbers again. Hecarim will just fly away as he usually does with his magical unicorn powers. Vi is going to be able to stay safe. Singed is going to be able to recall. I was able to basically disengage that encounter and save my teammates with my stun. My stun is back up already. My mana is pretty much full. I believe Vi is giving me this blue here. Let's see. Yes. Okay, so now that I have my blue, this is actually the first blue that I've had all game. Now, if you're playing with an Annie, it's especially as roaming Annie, the sooner that roaming Annie hits 6 and the sooner that roaming Annie is able to have blue buff, you're going to have, hi Kitty, welcome back. You're going to have a serious monster in your hands. Because, what are you doing over here? What are you doing over here, huh? Oh. Okay. So, you'll see that I'm actually able to contribute a lot more in the fights now. Now that I have the blue buff and I have Zonia's, I'm actually able to be much more aggressive. I have a lot more power in my utility. With the 20% cooldown redux that you get with blue, you're actually going to be able to do a lot more Tibbers drops, and it's going to be fairly significant. You see right here, I'm going to go straight ham, hitting down on Nidalee. Nidalee's going to drop to the dot. We're going to continue fighting. I'm going to command Tibbers to finish off Kha'Zix, and then we're going to go ahead and finish off Hecarim. I already got my double kill. I see my Zonia's to drop the tower aggro. I got my triple kill. Lulu's going to come in for I don't know what reason. She's pretty much screwed at this point. Chompers will kill her if she backs up. Tibbers is going to take a nice swipe and hit him for the QUADRA kill. Then we take out the tower, and then we move on to the inhib. And Ezreal just murders us with his ulti. And Thresh is going to have the back, and Ezreal kills me with the double kill. And there's Singe proxying the lane, as he normally does, being a boss and whatnot. Man, you're just chilling there, man. What's up? The cat says hello. It's not really my cat, it's my roommate's cat. Okay. So Singe is killing a tower, he's getting chased by Hecarim. You gonna chill there the whole time? Okay. Cat doesn't usually do that. Okay. So Vi's taking red buff. I just got back and I got another needlessly large rod, and you'll see now I actually have a Fiendish Codex. Now, usually I wouldn't build a Fiendish Codex. I usually rely on the Elixir of Brilliance and the blue buff to pretty much put me at cap. Now, if I do have Elixir of Brilliance, which I just bought, with the Fiendish Codex, that's already 20%. If I have the blue buff, that caps out my cooldown redux completely. I don't have to buy any more cooldown redux. I don't have to put cooldown redux runes in there. That's why you don't get cooldown redux for roaming Annie as far as blues go. I think it's blues that have cooldown redux. So you don't want to have that because this is already going to go ahead and cap you out, especially if you have Phoenix Codex. And that's going to lower the cooldown on your Tibbers. And by the time this video comes out, the new patch for Annie is going to nerf her stun, but it's going to reduce the cooldown of her Tibbers as the patch notes are currently putting right now. So in this, hang on a second, there's a team fight going on near Baron. Kha'Zix is going to jump away, Vi's going to chase after. I put a ward down just to make sure that no one else sneaks up behind us. Kha'Zix is going to get away, he's going to use his ulti, and we're not going to be able to catch him. Even though roaming Annie is quite fast, it's just not quite fast enough to catch him between the leap and the movement speed that he gets from his ulti. But, however, we do have a pretty strong lead. Kha'Zix isn't going to be able to get away from that. Hecarim's out of position. We're just going to collapse on him. Hecarim just drops because we just have way too much power at this point. Thresh is going to hold the tower for a little bit. We went ahead and cleared out the last tower. Now we're going to push for the second tower. Tibbers is going to be able to take a turret hit. He's going to be able to zone them out while we continue to hit the inhib. We're going to continue to kill the inhib. And there's the surrender. So just go ahead and wrap it up. The conclusion for roaming Annie, as far as how powerful it is, it's extremely consistent. I've played about 70 games with this, and it's won probably at least 65 to 70% of the time. And it really keeps teams organized, and it really catches players off guard because they don't usually expect a roaming Annie. They don't normally expect Annie to have Moby boots to be able to catch people out and to complement the movement speed with your stun. It just works extremely well, and it's actually able to bait people into making really foolish mistakes because they really underestimate the power of it. So thank you for watching the video, guys. Like and subscribe if you like the video. I'll have more stuff out, more commentary. If you guys like this kind of stuff, I'll see if I can get a little more organized next time. And once again, thank you for watching. And if you like more of this stuff, I'll have more champion breakdowns and so forth. So thanks for watching, guys. And until next time, I'll see you on the Summoner's Rift.